Comment, obviously, it was a great basketball game. It's good for our league to have games like that. It's particularly good for us when we finally win one. We've had a hard time beating Florida Gulf Coast, and want to give our team a lot of credit as well as Florida Gulf Coast. That was very competitive, back and forth. I thought our players executed what we were trying to do on both ends of the floor pretty well. We got the tempo like we like it. We felt like we had to get it that way in order to win. We had good contributions off the bench. Marvin Smith gave us very valuable minutes. These guys played probably 40 minutes, I guess. Ty played 40, Fred played 39. We were without Mario Blessing, who is dealing with food poisoning, and that certainly shortened our rotation and made it, and that had impacted on how we tried to play the game. And so the players made a quick adjustment and did it very well.
We'll take questions for Coach.
Ty, can you talk about the emotions or the sense of where I know you guys have more to do, but just getting over this hurdle got you guys the last 2 years as well?
You know, we knew that we were first off coming into a hostile environment. We knew what to expect on that aspect, but you know, we've had great games with them in the past 4 years, but we couldn't quite get over the hump. They'd always get us late. But the coaching staff made some great adjustments coming into this game that I think really hurt them, and I think we executed the game plan pretty well. And we're very happy to come out with a W. But like you said, we got more to do.
What were those key adjustments? One or two of them.
Just how we guarded their ball screens. We slowed tempo down. We really like to get out and run, but we knew that is a strength of Florida Gulf Coast, so we wanted to slow the game down a little bit by going into some more sets, and that's what we did, and we did it effectively.
Coach, during the timeout, what did you tell your guys as far as if Thompson looks like he's going to shoot? Did you say, don't let him shoot, foul him, or how did you tell him to play that toward the end?
No, we were just going to try to push up on the arc and take away the arc. We talked about fouling. We decided not to. Obviously, we fouled him the wrong way, but I'd have to see it. I mean, it looked like all our guys were on the floor. I don't know if anybody jumped. I'm not going to quibble about that, but it certainly was a disappointment, and we're really thankful that he missed because, overtime was not going to be a good thing for us. The guys were wore out. Well, you asked, excuse me, I forget your name, but about past semifinal. We've lost in overtime to Mercer and double overtime to Mercer. And we've had a lot of heartache, and these guys really, as opposed to cowing a little bit or doubting, I thought they really picked it up from a belief standpoint as we prepared for this game and then played the game.
Ty, as a fellow four-year guard in this league, what do you think about Comer and Thompson, what they did tonight, what they've done for this program, this league, the past 4 years?
Such a respect for those guys. I told them after, we hugged a little bit, unfortunately, somebody was going to have some tears in their eyes tonight, me and Fred being seniors. You kind of hate to see that, somebody lose this game, but, they've been so good and they've accomplished so much. I do feel for them because, like Coach said, we've been on the other end of that the last 2 years. And, they're outstanding players. They're good guys. And there's such a respect because we've been through some battles with them. Wish them the best going forward.
What did Brett look like? He was fairly gracious as well. Can you share what you maybe said?
We just talked about, how much we respect each other's game, the battles we've been through the last 4 years. And, we said maybe we'll see each other down the road sometime, whether that's just in life or playing ball.
He wished you well against UNF?
They all did. They all did. The students did too. as much as they like me.
Even the student that called him at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Last night came up and congratulated.
Somehow,
and for some reason, he admitted it.
Somehow he got our hotel phone number. He knew what room I was in. Kind of freaks me out a little bit. He called me. We won't repeat what he said. But anyway, I ended up hanging up the phone halfway through his spiel, and I said, "Thank you very much. I'm going to go back to bed." he told me it was him. I said, well, you didn't say very nice things. But anyway, he said, go beat UNF. I said, we'll try.
Pretty good sign of respect there when you get calls in the middle of the night.
Their bigs were hurting you in the first half. Their bigs were hurting you, and you guys seem like you corrected that fairly well.
That's always been a problem when we played them. Their length and athleticism on the front line has a lot to do with how we struggle with that. And but we've got a new leading rebounder here. This guy right here got 10 rebounds, I see. That's a career high. But I thought, Quez gave us good minutes, and we were trying to protect inside out throughout the game, and it was very effective that Thompson got going. And Thompson, coming into this game, he's had a tough shooting year, but in his career, we went back and looked, he's shooting 60% from the arc against us over a 4-year period. So he got going and ended up 5 for 8, and so we had to try to adjust a little bit to that. But for the most part, we tried to protect inside out as much as we could.
Todd, how hard is it to hit free throws, down 3 in under 2 seconds there with everything on the line like that?
It's not easy, but you stay relaxed and you trust your training. Thousands of free throws have gone up, and that's what you rely on. Florida Gulf Coast has one of the best student sections in the nation, and that was even with them on spring break, I believe. They were loud, but you just try and trust your training and just stay as relaxed as you can, and I just praise God they went in.
Well, speaking of the situation with Thompson on the other end, just a difficult spot for any kid to be in to try and have to hit 3 to save your season.
It's season on the line, NCAA, possible NCAA tournament implications. It's not easy, but I was right behind him, and it looked money, to be honest with you. And Fred came up with the rebound, made another great play. But yes, sir, it's tough.
Any more questions for any student athletes or coach?
Fred, you got anything to say?
What's going on? I'm good.
Thanks, Joe.